What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this 10,000 subscriber special. So we're going to be having a Q&A. We're going to be having a little look at my setup, which I have wanted to do for quite some time. I just have, never done it because I thought that, well, hitting 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, I think that really you've got to just wait a bit until you do a Q&A, to be honest. But I've got about 10 questions for you lovely, lovely people. Thank you so much for helping me hit this milestone. We just got to do it 10 more times to hit 100k. Yeah, but I think we can do it. I really do think that we can. And you guys are so awesome for supporting me, supporting our Twitter. We're going to be having a website coming up soon as well. So I'm going to go back to my blogging roots and have a blog and things like that, which I'll probably try and keep up to date as much as possible. But let's take a look at the studio, because really you only ever see it from one angle, which is here looking that way. So this is everything here. You can see, oh, that's a door, that's the door, and there's boxes which are never in sight, which stuff computer parts which I just haven't, decided to put away properly. But this is my wall. So let's take a look at these posters. So you never really see this one here. You never really see the Blade Runner 2049. That was a sick film. Like, that was dope. I absolutely loved this. I mean, it was just amazing. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend seeing Blade Runner 2049. It is it's so good. I can't overstate how good it was. I mean, you need to see the first one first, but you're going to like it. You're going to like it. And then we've got Dark Knight's Metal, which you can see sometimes. You can really see that sometimes in my videos. Then you've got the Lego Batman poster. And you've got this thing here. Like, this is sick. I absolutely love this. This is, obviously, it's Lucille Negan's bat in a traditional tattoo style, which, as I have there as well. I do like having a good old tattoo. And it's really awesome. I absolutely love that. I got that for Christmas last year. And it's just so cool. And I love Walking Dead. Like, I am a big Walking Dead fan. I've read the comics since they came out. So, I'm not going to be one of those guys who, I liked it before it was cool. But, I've read everything. And I love everything to do with Walking Dead. Just happens the show is just... Oh, why is it so slow? It's just such a slow TV show. Why? It's supposed to be good. Maybe the fact that it doesn't translate that well onto screen, because the concept of Walking Dead, if you read the first comic, or if you read the first trade, Robert Kirkman actually says that this is meant to happen, what happens after a zombie movie. So Dawn of the Dead, the Day of the Dead, all these zombie movies, this is meant to carry on what's after the movie. So after the group have been saved from the mall or whatever, this is then their story after that. So yeah, really, really good concept. That's what drew me to that, because I was really into that kind of 2004, all these zombie horror movies which were going on. That was a real renaissance for horror. And we're having a renaissance for horror again now, with stuff like Get Out, Annabelle, Mother, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Next up, we have got Hulk versus Hulkbuster. So I know I cover quite a lot of DC stuff on this channel, and a lot of it is DC, just because really that's what you guys seem to like the most. And yeah, my roots of the channel really was kind of in this. And I think that the first review I might put up was possibly Civil War. So I think Civil War might have been the first one I did. So yeah, you've got Hulk versus Hulkbuster, looking absolutely sick. Yeah, some really, really good artwork there. Really good frame as well. I really like a good quality frame on stuff. I want to frame quite a lot of this stuff, but Then we've got Spider-Man Homecoming, which, boy, was that film good. That was a good film. That was a good Spider-Man film. Finally, they have nailed Spider-Man. They finally got down to the roots, the kind of nitty-gritty, what made Spider-Man tick, why he's popular. And yeah, it was great. I mean, obviously Spider-Man 1 and 2 were amazing. But Spider-Man Homecoming is the best Spider-Man film ever made, in my opinion. I'm not going to say fact, in my opinion. And then we move to this garbage of Alien Covenant. Man, that film sucked. That film was absolute shit. It was shit. It was utter crap. I'm sorry, I am a huge Alien fan, and it was bad. And then obviously the new 52 Justice League. Boy, I love this. This was so good. I got this from a local shop called The Range, which, yeah, really cool. Really cool. Then we move on to the Money in the Bank. Mr. Money in the Bank. Where is it? Let's hold it up. Hold this up. Money in the Bank. Mr. I don't know if you can see that. I've got a flippy out screen, so I can't see it. But Money in the Bank. Yeah, that's some sick shit right there. I absolutely love that. And then move on. We've got the press pass. Move that out of the way from MCM. We've got a cat. Hello, cat. That's Zelda. Princess Zelda. So we've got the Thor. What have we got here? We've got the Hulk Ragnarok one. Got Chrome Batman, which I didn't like, I just bought it because it was rare. And then what else have we got here? Oh, Red Bull, that's in the way. We've got Old Man Logan, that looks cool. It's not in focus, which is really nice. Then we've got the Justice League Flash, and then 2 weeks later, I saw the one without his mask. I was like, oh, I want that. And then we've got one of the first pops I got, which was Han Solo. Then we've got Wolverine, Yoshi for some reason, and then we've got Daniel Bryan, the boy, D-Bry, my boy. I've got more pops as well. We'll go into that in a sec. So, next up, the Battle Station. We have got two Samsung, they're quite basic monitors to be honest. We've got my daily mix there. I don't know if you can see in there. A lot of pop punk. A lot of pop punk on my daily mix. And then we've got another monitor there. We've got like this shit. This is like loot box crap. Loot box is fucking trash. Sorry, loot box is crap. And then we've got comic book resources, which is what I go on pretty much every day. And then we've got a really basic TV there for my PlayStation, which we'll see in a sec. We've got Logitech 720p camera, which is really good. Highly recommend that if you are just getting into streaming. There's a cat there as well. Then we've got my blue snowball here, which you can see on an arm so I can lean round. Really good mic there. Out of focus, really annoying. I don't know why it's doing that. Then we've got a pop filter for like about £6 I think. About £6, about $10. But the blue snowball, honestly, is amazing. And if you really want to get into kind of YouTubing and that kind of thing, I would get that. It's £50, but it's pretty decent. I mean, if you have a decent computer behind it, that's how it works. That's how audio works. It's the processing power, which is what makes that so good, which is why it didn't really work before for me. But we've got the beast. We have got the beast of a battle station. Let's take a look at this. So it is a Corsair case. It's pretty dusty actually. That's collecting a lot of dust. And then we look there into the case. That is a GeForce, I believe it's a 1060, something like that. A 760. There's a cat on there which shouldn't be standing on there. And we're running an i5 processor in there as well. It is just below the latest chipset on there. And then we've got our PlayStation underneath there. And then we've got an iMac, which isn't really doing anything. I kind of got rid of the iMac because this was a beast. But let's go and take a look at my other pops as well, because I know you guys like stuff like that. So this is the wall of pops. We've got the Disney Store exclusive. We have got, I forgot I had that, that's really cool. That's Peter Parker in his, what is that? Something. Doctor Strange, which looks awesome. Han Solo Loot Crate, fair play Loot Crate, you did well there. And then we've got quite a lot of ones here. Barnes & Noble, Red Arm C-3PO, Star Wars, who's hyped? Like, if you are hyped for that. A bike, which I never use, which is in the way. We've got a Confused.com robot. And this TIE Fighter, which I have never made. I've never bothered making that. And then, what else have we got? We've got the Weeping Angel, which is my favourite pop ever made, by far. I've been collecting these for about 4 years. I mean, I'm going to get rid of a few of these. Like, there's a lot of them which I bought when I first was collecting. We've got Sting there, the Stinger. Sick. Undertaker's cool. The Rock as well. I want to get the classic Rock as well at some point. And then Star Wars 2016 Celebration. Luke Skywalker with a medal. And then we've got the rarest one I have as well, which is the gold Cylon Commander. You can't see that. It's New York Comic Con 1000 exclusive, which was quite expensive, $16.99. That was quite pricey actually for a pop, to be honest. And then these are the first ones I ever bought because I took them out the box. We've got Jake as BMO. Got Star-Lord with his mask. Judge Dredd, looking sick. And then, oh shit, I can't. Captain Mal, that's it. That's his name. And then we have got Groot, glow in the dark Groot from Loot Crate, which is one of the first Loot Crates they ever did a pop in, I believe, as well. And then lastly, we've got our tripod. That's that. But let's jump in. Let's talk. Let's look at some really, really cool questions that you lovely people have asked. And we're back here in the place where you usually see me every time we have our TV reviews here. So one thing I didn't mention was the camera that I use. So I use a Canon EOS 1300D, which is a very basic entry-level camera, to be honest. It's a DSLR, which is, I'm sure you can look that up on the internet. That's pretty much what you will want to use if you are going to be filming, like if you're going to be on camera and things like that. So yeah, it doesn't have a mic that you could, like a jack that you can mount a mic onto, which is why I am getting rid of it. I'm actually sending it to one of my friends I work with, Gonna Talk. So I'll put his channel down in the description as well. Really, really good if you're into like football or soccer. If you're from America, and if you're specifically if you're into Arsenal as well, you can go and check him out. But we've got some questions, some really, really cool questions from some people here. So we're going to start off with Martin Alcoza. Sorry for pronouncing your name incorrectly. But he said, were you dissatisfied with Thor Ragnarok? Was I dissatisfied with Thor Ragnarok? Yes and no. Now, I absolutely loved the film. I surprisingly enjoyed a Thor film. I went to see Thor The Dark World, both of those films, because really I love the MCU and I want to see every single film. I didn't want to miss out a single thing in this amazing universe, this unparalleled cinematic universe that has been built by Marvel Studios. And, well, I didn't like the other two. I saw them because, well, I felt like I had to. But here, Thor Ragnarok was a hell of a lot of fun. It really, really was a really enjoyable experience, to be honest. So, where I say that I didn't like it was at the end when there was I'm not going to drop any spoilers, but at the end there was a very serious, a massive moment, and there was jokes throughout that, and I felt that the film didn't know when to be serious and when to be, completely and utterly hilarious, which I like the merging of the Planet Hulk storyline. They threaded that into Ragnarok very, very well, but I can't help but think maybe they should have had a bit more Ragnarok. There was a bit too much Sakaar and things like that. So yeah, really good. You can check out my review as well. The first half is spoiler free, and I've done a couple of kind of Easter egg kind of breakout videos as well. But yeah, really good question, Martin, there. I did enjoy it, but I felt that they could have, managed the humour just a tad better. Now, from Hellfire Club, we have, congratulations, I have 2 questions. You know what? I'm going to answer both of them. And thank you as well. He says that, what do you think of Marvel Legacy? I know that Marvel have been below par, but in my opinion, Marvel Legacy is a great turning point. I'm glad that Marvel kept the changing of the guard characters, as I see them as the future. Oh boy. Marvel Legacy. Now, right, let's go back to last year with DC Rebirth, where they kind of had New 52. A lot of people didn't like New 52. They kind of got rid of the history of DC. They had a lot of characters change a lot. There was a lot of history change. Flash in particular, his kind of whole history, his marriage, and everything like that is completely disregarded. And they kind of moved on, and DC Rebirth, it was a bit more hope. It was a lot more lighter in all of the storylines. There was a lot more humour in things, and Batman is also getting married as well in DC Rebirth. So yeah, but Marvel Legacy, I loved. I absolutely adored the Marvel Legacy one-shot. The Marvel Legacy one-shot was amazing. It was so much fun, and it was almost on par with DC Rebirth for channeling the fan service. But so far they have, I wanted them to do a New 52. They need a New 52. And when you say that you think that the changing of the guard characters, I see them as the future, personally I don't. I don't like this. I don't like the fact... you wouldn't... Okay, you've had Batman change. You've had Wally West become the Flash. But Superman hasn't changed. Well, kind of. He died. And then you had all of that bit going on during the death of Superman. But you've got people like Jane Foster as Thor. I don't like it. I want the original characters, and I want them to create new characters. As Stan Lee said, you should go and create new characters with these. So I think that they've done a bit of a mistake there. Albeit Miss Marvel with Kamala Khan is really, really good. All New Wolverine with Laura Kinney is really, really good as well. So yeah, I really did like all of that. So there are some good things in it. So what's your second question? Are you looking forward to Black Panther or Aquaman the most next year? I like both, but it's all about Black Panther for me. Oh, that's a good question, actually. I like that. Because, to be honest, Black Panther and Aquaman, for me, I wasn't really that hyped for. I really wasn't hyped for either of them. Because, I'll tell you why. It's not that they're bad films. It's just the fact that Black Panther, I've never really read much of Black Panther. Aquaman, the same. I've never really read much of Black Panther. I'm not too into the characters. So I'm not invested in the characters as much. But let's look at it from these movie standpoints. Black Panther looks stunning. You've got Andy Serkis as well as Ulysses Claw, which is going to be a lot of fun. He's back. He was great in Ultron, one of the only good things in Ultron. And then you've also got Michael B. Jordan, who is a fantastic actor, and I would love to have him to be a bigger character in the MCU, unfortunately. But that wasn't to be the case. But Black Panther was really, really good in Civil War, and Aquaman as well. I love Jason Momoa. I've loved him since the Stargate Atlantis days as Ronan Dex. I loved him in the Conan movie, and of course, as well, Season 1 of Game of Thrones, which really made him a star. So, to answer your question, I would probably say Aquaman might be inching it a bit, just because they're changing his origin a bit, and they're kind of doing something new with his character. But then a Black Panther as well, I think it looks a really good film. So maybe Aquaman just by an inch there with that. But thank you, Hellfire Club, for watching that. Watch out for Sebastian Shaw there. But Tina Huff, thank you so much for commenting. She said that, what are your thoughts on Inhumans? I just started watching it. I enjoy it, but any extra background on this is appreciated. Oh, Tina. Thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, thank you for commenting and asking a question. I hate Inhumans. The movie, the TV show, the first 2 episodes I thought were really, really good. I thought they were really, really good. I really did enjoy those first 2 episodes. But I really don't like I don't like Inhumans, just for the fact that they've pushed Inhumans, they've pushed them in the comics. And they, at the detriment of the X-Men. And the X-Men have been spread across everything. I don't like the Inhumans. To be honest, I didn't like the storyline in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It wasn't for me. But this is the way they're going with it. I feel that the show, the production quality of it was just really bad. Medusa's wig was terrible. Then she loses her hair. I was like, great. But Karnak, I really like in the show. I'm gonna carry on watching it because I want to see how it links in with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But really, I would check out the Inhumans storyline. It's kind of like, I'll probably put a image of the cover of this, and it's the Inhumans graphic novel kind of comic, which you can go and check out and read. I'd highly recommend checking that out on Comixology, or as well picking it up maybe secondhand on eBay or cheap on Amazon as well. So next I've got Mikey Abbott saying thank you for doing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. videos because so many channels drop these reviews. So on that note, what's your favourite Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. moments? And is there anything you hope in Season 5? Cheers again for a great channel, mate. Thank you very much, Mikey. I'm glad you're asking some Marvel questions here. We've had actually quite a lot of Marvel questions, to be honest. But I really do actually like... I like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And thank you, Mikey. You show a lot of support for the channel as well. You're a regular commenter. It's great to see because I like doing Marvel videos. Favourite moments? Probably... I know I just said I hate Inhumans, but I really did like the Inhumans mystery. That was a really good mystery as well. But for me, really, Season 4, when you had Ghost Rider come in, he really did steal the show there. I absolutely loved it. Season 5, I would hope to see more stuff. I want to see S.W.O.R.D. I really want to see their counterpart organisation of S.H.I.E.L.D. I want to see more kind of links in with the MCU. I really hope they kind of reference Infinity War, which they kind of have to be honest. And I really do hope that the movie of Infinity War has the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in it, because really, you should really link all of this into one thing, which would be awesome, but I really don't think that's going to happen. But any particular things I want to see Agent Coulson be a badass. I want to see a really good season. I hope they stick with the pods as well, and I really want Ghost Rider to return as well. But thank you for the question. Kryptonian Danger, do you play Injustice? Yes, I do, but I haven't played it in quite some time because my PlayStation 4, it sounds like a jet engine, but I really did like it. I particularly like playing the Flash because, well, he was easy and I could button bash him. But Frederick Ferrazola, favourite MCU movie? That's a difficult question, isn't it? That's a really difficult question. Probably going to go with maybe I'm going to have to go with Captain America, the First Avenger. And then for me it goes Captain America 1, 2 and 3, obviously Civil War. And then perhaps as well, maybe Ant-Man as a follow-up, perhaps. And then, yeah, the rest. But those three, I'm gonna group them together. The Captain America trilogy, for me, is my favourite. Mr. Saint Avenger, would you like to see a Smallville crossover with the Arrowverse? Yes. Yes, I would. I at least want to see Tom Welling pop up in Supergirl. I'd love to see that, to be honest. But he said he'd like to pop up in The Flash. But yeah, I'd like to see maybe some sort of Justice Society or something like that. I'd like to see, obviously, Michael Rosenbaum pop up as well. And next up, we've got Minecraft. Do you think this movie is going to blow or be the best thing ever with Justice League? Yeah, I really do think it's going to be really, really good. Will it be the best thing ever? Probably not. I don't think it's going to be the best movie ever. To be honest, I think that they're working towards... I think Wonder Woman is the best DCEU movie so far. And I do think that the Justice League might be really, really good. I think it's going to be really good, but will it surpass the quality of everything else? Will it be critically received? Probably not, because the media seem to absolutely hate the DCEU for God knows why. I don't know why they seem to really twist that knife in, don't they, on the DCEU? I just don't get it. I don't get it. But I think it's going to be really good. I don't think it's going to blow by any stretch of the imagination. And Miguel Angel Navia Vargas, congratulations. Worst MCU movie, where is the Soul Stone? Worst MCU movie, probably Age of Ultron. That was trash. That was biggest letdown I've ever had. It's the only MCU movie I came out thinking, why did I even bother watching that? It was just an absolute letdown. Probably tied with Thor and Thor the Dark World, I think, as well. Whereas a Soul Stone, there was something that looked similar to like it on Odin's trophy room, but I'm starting to think maybe the Soul Stone is over in Black Panther, which is what will kind of power the sort of extra plane of existence that Wakanda has, where Black Panther's sister actually went to after the Infinity storyline in the comics. Yeah, check that out. I'm probably going to do a video on that. And as well, Lauren Forrester, do you think Bart Allen in The Flash anytime soon? Yes. Yes, I do. I definitely 100% either a Easter egg this season leading into season 5, or perhaps he might pop up and come back from the future in the finale as well to warn against the twins being bad or something like that. Maybe. Yeah, but yeah, I think it looks good. Scotty Barnett, do you think that this movie will do good for Rotten Tomatoes? No. Justice League will not do well on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it might get a 60 or a 70, to be honest, but the media are just, they are ridiculously biased. I mean, I like both. I love both. Batman vs Superman, I'll probably give about a solid 6 or a 7 out of 10, to be honest with it. But they really do have it in for everything. I loved Man of Steel. And I like the way they're doing this. Justice League is going to lead into a rebirth, into a new positive. But yeah, if you look at it like that, it's a good film. I mean, it's just ridiculous, but they hate it. And Ian Jones, do you think Darkseid is secretly the main villain in Justice League? Also, at what point do you think the movie suits a return? And give me a 1 to 10 on how epic the return will be. It'll be 10. It's going to be a 10. I think they're going to use a mother box to revive him. I'm not going to go into more of that. Might go into a bit more spoilers.
but it's going to be absolute fucking sick. It's going to be freaking amazing. And do you think Darkseid is... Yes, he is the villain of the movie. He sent Steppenwolf to go and take on Earth. That is definitely what happened. Definitely. And I think we won't see Darkseid in Justice League 2. I think probably Justice League 3, I believe, because he's too much like Thanos. And then at what point in the movie? Probably like the midway point. But yeah, that is it. Thank you so much for commenting on there. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let's see you all with a milestone video at 100k. I hope so. I'll see you soon. Drop a like. Drop a subscribe if you're new. What's up? I'll see you soon and goodbye.